en estos minutos, son horas. Yo sé que hay muchos problemas en el mundo, hay muchos problemas en tu casa, en tus amigos, en la familia, pero que están aquí y tú puedes descansar. Porque tú estás con nosotros y estás con familia. When you're here, you're with the community and you're with family. All right, so we're going to get started here. For me, I cannot start without first, we're honoring three people tonight, or three people in one organization. And the first is Pastor Monsieur, which is hay tres personas que vamos a hablar de esta noche y el primero es el pastor. Y la cosa es que empezamos en este lugar 3 años pasados y los votaron de otra iglesia. Porque nosotros tenemos una posición de la policía que ellos nos necesitan tanto dinero. Y la otra iglesia dijo que tú no puedes hablar de eso. Entonces, nosotros decimos, ¿dónde vamos a ir? ¿Dónde vamos a ir? Y tenemos una conexión con esta iglesia, Víctor Monterosa, que es un miembro aquí. Y, hace muchos años que he visto al pastor hablando al pastor, y el pastor dijo, tú puedes venir aquí. And so, 3 years ago, we got kicked out of our other church location because we have defund and abolish the police stance, and the other church said you can't say that. And so we were lost, and we didn't know where we were going to go, and we had a connection with this church, and the connection was a member called Victor Monterosa, is one of my close friends, and the pastor said, you can come here and distribute water. And not only did he say you can come here and distribute water, the pastor allows me to do all my crazy ideas.
All right.
So, and it's beautiful. So if you when you get a chance, especially when you leave tonight, check out the community refrigerator outside and pantry. It was the first one ever in the city of Newark, and the pastor said, let's do it. Now, granted, the first refrigerator I brought him was a 3-door commercial refrigerator, and he was like, this is a little bit. But I one of the things I often say is that it doesn't matter what if you volunteer or not, or if you've given us a money donation, or however your interaction is with the Water Coalition. If you know us, and this includes the hunger-free folks, because y'all don't know how much of our distro is relying on y'all, and how much y'all have helped us and support us through some rough patches here, because a lot of it is like grant funding, and it's out of pocket and figuring things out. So with the pastor allowing us to be here and allowing us to do the different programs, it has been we wouldn't be here. And that's why I think it's even more special that we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary here, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the pastor.
All right.
And his heart. Para mí es muy importante hablar, de todo eso del pastor, porque sin él no vamos a estar aquí, no podemos estar aquí. Sin él no hay una colección de agua. Sin él diciendo y teniendo la corazón abierto para decirle, ustedes pueden venir aquí. Y no me preguntó para nada. He didn't ask for anything. Mm-hmm. He just said, if you want to do work here. As long as it's for the community, do it here. And in a time where this year alone, we have lost more partnerships, some by choice and some by not choice. So for me, it's very important to honor those who stand by and alongside me and alongside the NWC in this fight and all the fights. But for a man to just really, politics aside, because the politics in Newark are very scary, and I know God knows what flack, but for him to just be like, this is an open space for you, and do what you want to do for the community, You don't find that in a lot of places. Not with people try to tell you there's no strings attached. There's always some strings attached. Right. So, I just really want to thank you, Pastor, and I'm going to give you this award now, and we can all clap it up for Pastor. I could go on. No. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in the box, but I'm going to take it out and show you what it is. It's a water drink, and it says, "For your grace and support for the Newark community with our love, Newark." Oh. We're going to take a picture with you later. I don't know if you want to say anything.
So, I think I feel very humbled, and I want to be, I feel very thankful. Me siento como muy humilde y agradecido por ese momento. And I started serving this church in 2000, and there was a group of seniors, English-speaking seniors here. And we had the blessing that they all were living in the community. Había un grupo de ancianos que todos ellos vivían acá en la comunidad, ¿no? Y, pero ellos, claro, como nosotros también cuando envejecemos, no pensamos, hay que cuidar todo, ¿no? So when you get older, you are more careful, you hold on to stuff because you are losing so much in so many ways. So I worked with them, but at the end of the day, they were very generous, just to say that this is a church and should continue to be a church. Esta es una iglesia que debe continuar siendo iglesia. And I at this time assured them, I said, I'll be here with you guys. Voy a estar acá con ustedes, ¿no? But we also at the same time need to leave the community, let the community in. Tenemos que usar con que la comunidad pueda usar el espacio. Es la única manera de ser iglesia en el medio urbano, ¿no? It's the only way to be the church in the inner city. Because our community changes a lot. Like you have los voluntarios de hoy ya no son más los voluntarios de mañana. The volunteers today are not the ones of tomorrow. Everything changes very fast, and you need to be open in terms of welcoming and sending people with grace. Right. So it's always this process. But really, this church, this building, was cared for so many years, for several generations of immigrants themselves. At that time was German immigrants, and now we are, Ecuador and Salvador and Guatemala and Puerto Rico, whatever countries we come from. Vinimos de muchos lugares, pero la iglesia fue construida por inmigrantes y continúa. So, I feel very blessed, me siento muy honrado que a lo largo de los años Dios ha enviado personas y organizaciones que quieren servir a la comunidad. So over the years, people have come that want to serve the community. I also have people, maybe with commercial minds, coming to church and asking for space, and it has always been our answer, no, you're not selling them, you're not, cuando sea a veces un fundraiser que hicimos una recaudación de fondos, we don't sell, we share, nosotros compartimos, eso somos iglesia. Pero para que tenga esa oportunidad hay que tener organizaciones que lo hacen. So in order to be services to the community, hands that spread the love of God, there need to be people, there need to be organizations that do it. I remember when we had the meeting about the lead in the water, and we had the doctor coming from Flint. Teníamos la doctora que vino de Flint, Michigan, ¿no? Porque por su problema que tuvieron ahí. Vino acá cuando tuvimos la reunión. Anthony asked me, Pastor, don't you have a problem in opening a church for us? The city where... I said, no, we are not. Nosotros no tenemos intereses políticos, nosotros tenemos intereses de servir la comunidad y también luchar por justicia, ¿no? We are interested in fight for justice and to serve the community. And if there are people willing to serve, That's the most important thing of all. And in that, we are very thankful to you guys. And all the volunteers, and all of those who are here, are sitting in the back there in the VIP section. Every Saturday morning, these guys are here. And I just say, thank you, God. No, gracias a Dios que en el voluntario son muy
And so, yes, thank you, Pastor, so much. And so our next honoree is Miss Stephanie Wilson. And so para ellos que no sepan o saben que nosotros cuando damos comida, yo siempre compro de restaurant tipo. Compro papa, cebolla, zanahoria y bananas. Y eso es que nosotros damos de condición de agua. Pero Stephanie, en la organización de ella, y esa mesa, los 3 mesas son los voluntarios de la organización de ella que se llama Hunger Free. Esa organización da a nosotros pan, da a nosotros comida, da a nosotros arroz, da a nosotros pampas, da a nosotros cualquier cosa. Y eso es una donación de una donación. Pero ellos sacan como paletas y tienen paletas para dar. Y yo sé, la primera vez que yo habló con Stephanie, ella dijo, estaba hablando con 20 de nosotros de diferentes organizaciones y ella dijo que nosotros decíamos, ¿qué podemos hacer para ti? Y ella dijo, ora por mí y yo solo quiero dar comida a la gente. Porque esta comida que sobre, ¿para qué va a ser que comida sobre para mí y hay gente que tiene hambre? So, one of the first conversations that I had with Stephanie, she was speaking to on a call, and it was about 20 organizers from different organizations across northern New Jersey. And she said 2 things that I really took away and it stuck with me. The first thing was you said that you wanted to be like the Harriet Tubman of food or something like that. Like you wanted to create the Underground Railroad for food because there's so many like titles and stipulations that go around it. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, and what I was saying is that we get a donation of a donation. Like you are giving us a piece of what you give. And it's crazy because the things that we buy onions, potatoes, carrots, and bananas. So that's what the North Border Coalition is. But the quantity that Hunger Free gives us allows us to pour into our community in the ways that we do. And you do it so selflessly. And that you offer a partnership with the North Border Coalition, and with us, and you're just saying like, I know when sometimes other places can't pick up, you allow us to pick up. And then there are times where you're just texting me and you're saying like, hey, can your guys come today? And so in a time where it's so hard to do this work now, the need is so great. And then when you're an organizer, it becomes so self-sacrificing. We sacrifice our time, we sacrifice our health, we sacrifice our relationship, our personal relationships. And when I was at your event, I thought it was so beautiful how you gave flowers, to the partners and lifting them up. So one of the things, Stephanie, as long as I have breath in my body, I will always give you your flowers.
All right.
Always give you your flowers. You have made a profound impact in my life. A profound impact. Because it's so hard. Again, it's just really hard to do this. And I think a lot of people kind of see like, yeah, this is nice, balloons and all of this. But like you came in, not only, first of all, coming in at like 5:48 and the event at 6:30, I was like, oh man, okay. And then I was like, just sit down, relax. I went outside to go get more balloons. I come back, you got everybody working. You got everybody working. And I appreciate that. And then, body of what you have on Hunger Free is such a beautiful thing. Because, you know, we're out here moving like 50 pounds, or we move about 2,500 pounds of produce a week. Y'all get pallets of food, and y'all have different connections, and what y'all have built together as a family unit is nothing short of amazing. And again, it's really, really hard, and one of the things that I kind of want to just keep pouring into y'all is just stay together. As things get tougher, as the work gets more frustrating, the community that you have built is the community that's going to keep you going. And that's what's super important. So I have 2 plaques. One is for Hunger Free, the body. And then what we're going to do too is we got everyone for Hunger Free Newark Water Coalition beanie and scarf. I just wanted to say I love you, and this is your award. So I know you're like doing a cut, so I'll hand it to you later. All right. Thank you. And also shout out to Uncle Charlie. I love Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie's another man who's like... Here, I'll give you both. This is the
now. You can stop.
Mr. Anthony. That's awesome. By the way, those beanies are going to come in very handy in the months of December, January, and February. For those of you folks here, you probably are not aware that we distribute every Saturday somewhere in Hudson County outside. And to show the strength of the program, we normally distribute between 9:30 and 11:30 a.m. on a Saturday, sometimes during the week, but every Saturday. We have folks lining up at 6:30 in the morning, and you full well know why, and that's because there is a remarkable need that happens to be growing. So I am very honored and privileged to be standing here on behalf of Hunger Free and the association that we have with the Newark Water Coalition and Mr. Anthony. We are blessed for the relationship. You're talking about learning from us, Anthony. We learn a lot from you also. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a recognition of what we're doing for Hunger Free and the organization. It really is a testament to all of you folks here that are working together to make a serious impact in Newark and in the rest of Hudson County. So this journey that we're on to try to help those with food, this is compassion, it's dignity, it's generosity, it's many things that help folks on a weekly basis. So again, we're blessed to have this relationship. We're going to make this relationship grow, and week by week we hope to be serving more people. So thank you very much for the honor, and I just want to let you know that it does say, for your service to each other and community. Hunger Free, this is a great honor from
for your dedication to the liberation of food for all.
All right, yes.
All right, how y'all feeling?
Wonderful.
Almost done with you And so our last, or actually there's actually two more kind of honorable mentions that I'm going to do before I get to Mr. Mutan. And so hay dos más personas que quiero decir unas palabras. So this year is, we started with I think 8 staff members, and now we're down to like 2.5.
Oh my goodness.
4 kind of, I guess, if you want to say that. But we would not be where we're at without our volunteers. And oftentimes people look at me and obviously are like, "You're the face of the Water Coalition. You're the guy. You're the water guy." And so, and I've heard it all. I've heard it all. But I would not be anywhere without the volunteers. The folks sitting in the back. We have some high schoolers that have been with us since middle school. There's some college folks that have been around in the organization since high school. But we wouldn't be where we're at without our community volunteers. Esta organización sin los voluntarios no existe. Y personas siempre dicen, "Oh, Anthony, tú eres la cara de la coalición y tú estás haciendo todo esto, tú estás enfrente de las cámaras y todo eso." Pero sin las personas en la organización, yo no existo. I could not be here. So there's 2 volunteers that this year have stepped in the organization tremendously. And it's Stephanie Martinez and Spencer Miller. I had these 2 plaques made. And they both say, "In recognition of your selfless volunteerism, dedication, and leadership, the Newark Water Coalition celebrates your love and contributions to our community."
Awesome.